Dota 2 League Season 20, Week 3. Last time, a lot of stuff happened. And, spoilers, Black Joe! We don't even know there's gonna be an Axe Faceless lane yet. True. Apparently there's going to be an Axe Faceless lane, so can't wait for that.
Yeah.
No Windrunner. First ban Windrunner is interesting. Who is so scary playing Windrunner on the Kyrix team? You're banning it first.
That's
well.
a good question.
I think they ran the AA last week and did pretty well. Megu?
Another Huskar ban.
I mean
it worked out for them last time.
Megaman plays Turbo. Are you sure he's scary with the Windrunner?
Windrunner sounds perfect for Turbo.
I guess that's true.
They banned the DP. They don't want to deal with it. Like, right? I think, even though...
Yeah, it didn't work out. They're banning...
that's the team that picked it that's banning it.
No.
Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, no, that's the same guys. They switched to Radiant. They switched sides.
Right,
yeah.
Shadow Shaman being picked, very strong.
I don't know. I think I would have let the DP through. They misplayed it so badly. I don't think I care if it happens again.
Hey, don't give them the opportunity to learn, you know?
That's true. Yeah, don't give them the opportunity to figure it out. First pick Shaman, first pick Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor, it wasn't like the craziest Witch Doctor game in the world the first game, but it was certainly a good looking Witch Doctor game. A few good ults, a lot of big melodics, so...
Yep. Wasn't that impressed, but like also was pretty good.
Oh, they're talking about the role swap in chat. Honestly, I know this is something that would be hard to enforce, and a lot of people would find it to be a pain in the ass. But if Greg is worried about like stand-ins being too effective or whatever, I do still think that you could get at least something by having codified roles for people, and just like, you know, forcing stand-ins to actually play the role that they're given, like not flexing when you get stand-ins, because I think having to pick for a stand-in, like having to pick and ban around like a guy that you're not used to already is kind of, you know, outside what your standard obligations are. So apparently Moon offlane is gas. What would you do if you did? I guess you would do Crim 1, Kid Dynamite mid. You could do Piasevol or Joe 3, I think.
10 seconds remaining.
Then have Moon on 4, the other one on 5.
5 seconds remaining.
I know Piasevol at least plays a little past 3. Enough to run it for one game at least.
Also, Kyrix banning Storm Spirit. They do not want to deal with that.
Okay, we got a big thing in chat here. Offlaners are just ooga booga I bully safe laner people anyways. Like Lou.
Hey.
Alright.
How dare you say that about me?
We do have a re in chat. You know, if Lou becomes a big titty Gardevoir GF again, then you're gonna be real cold tomorrow night, Megaman. That's all I'm saying.
That day will come when Bounty Hunter goes back to being viable.
There we go. There we go.
What the Sigma?
Mostly pretty.
Vengeful Spirit. I really like Vengeful Spirit.
I mean, everybody does. I believe it's still the #1 hero win rate wise in pubs right now, and I've always said LD2L tends to follow like pub play more than it does pro play for a lot of reasons, and that tends to follow. So if a hero is balling in pubs, it'll probably ball in LD2L. Few exceptions over history, not that many.
It's just so nice. You got your point and click stun. You got your Nether Swab, which is good for picks, good for saving your carries. The minus armor is good, great damage amp.
Yeah, she provides a lot, right? Like a lot of stuff that you want.
Earthshaker. Outside of Renee had a very mixed record on the Earthshaker. Tide
You're
or
really
Shaker,
going
huh?
for the big team fights, huh?
Yeah,
Shaker Tide.
with this lineup, you get to fight once every 5 minutes. Don't spoil draft in chat, please. We already know. Apparently, there's going to be a faceless Axe.
Another double melee
5
lane.
seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Though with the Tide, I guess it's a little bit more bearable. Because you can always just max out Kraken Shell if you need to.
Yep. Picking up
This
the
time
early
it's
Axe.
them picking the Axe.
Yep. The Axe into no visible cores on the... Well, not no visible cores, but... The Axe into one visible core on the enemy team, which is like... I would rather not play Axe into Tidehunter, all things
10
considered.
seconds remaining.
I mean, the Berserker's Call cannot be dispelled by the Blubber.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
true
yes.
on one hand. On the other hand, how many years do you think it would take for Axe to kill a Tidehunter?
Yeah. That's the other problem. I mean, if Shadow Shaman doesn't go to Mass Serpent Ward, I think there is a potential that Axe just farm spins off of the Serpents if Shadow Shaman can't use them to target at somebody.
We picked Axe because Shobro goes mid-dazzle. It's an
That
interesting
is true.
thought. I don't know if I would be counterpicking mid-dazzle, to be honest with you. I've seen Chobro's
Like,
mid-dazzle, and I don't know how well it did.
Is that like a specialty of Chobro, mid dazzle?
Yeah.
I guess.
It's like a mid Rubik for our mid, which I don't think he's gotten to play in a good game since. Because it gets banned.
Dire team pick.
They're really thinking on this pick. And they decided
Here comes Ursa. Well, sucks to be
So,
this
like-
offlane.
Ursa
Oh.
versus Tide is like the most miserable matchup for Tide, right?
I mean, yeah. Everyone hates
That's
slaying
bad.
that. The only way you win lane as Tidehunter against the Ursa is if
10 seconds
Leaf
remaining.
wins the lane for you. That's it. And Leaf ain't on this team, so that's a tough one. Now it is basically a situation where it's really you've got to have like a really baller pause for that's gonna 1v2.
Hey,
That's how
I'm
you
gonna
win lane
say
as
that-
Tide.
I'm gonna say this for the Lotus game because you're not gonna be reviewing it. I watched this exact lane, well, not the exact lane, but Ursa versus Tide, where Ursa lost, went 0-7-4. But like,
Was that Ursa Space Cowboy?
yes,
Well, no further explanation needed.
damn.
Picking up the funny little garden gnome.
Ah, sniper.
So
I mean, that's a
awesome.
good target for Axe to call.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Axe
awesome.
can
They
reach
picked
him.
they picked a really perfect guy. Well, if Axe can leash him, they got a VS.
Yeah, that is true. With the BS, it makes it really easy. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
very
was
very.
commented on during my game, where I picked Axe and they did pick Profit. It's like, great, they counterpicked themselves.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant
You just
team
go Blade Mail Blink and then Sniper just kills himself every single fight. It's even worse than the Drow I went up against.
No, Deuce.
He's a common Space Cowboy L, love you Space Cowboy.
10 seconds remaining.
I think physical hoodwink is offensive to the spirit of the hero, and I will die on
5
this hill.
seconds remaining.
I mean, yeah, it's offensive to like the spirit version, but not to like the flesh and blood version. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
Alright, so, bans. Lena ban. So they're banning mids.
Well, Lena might
And-
be, well, no, that's the Kyrix team banning. I was gonna say the Lena ban might be Freno, but probably not. Yeah, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
I mean, that I don't know
Yeah.
what they're doing if they're not picking him in on Radiant, I guess.
They're banning the Monkey King lane. Yep, that's understandable. At least Axe won't have to deal with that matchup.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much got the full gambit of heroes that Axe explicitly doesn't want to lane against, either picked or banned now, so.
Yeah, because Ursa's picked for them, so that's great. And then Monkey King is banned. And then, like, what else is really good against Axe and lane?
Wait a minute, they were
Drow,
talking about...
kind of?
What the hell? They were talking about an Axe and Faceless lane earlier. Is this VS mid? That'd be crazy talk.
That's
I
I
mean,
was
VS
thinking about
mid
that comment.
with the melee fucking the melee facet.
I
Where
guess. I
you're
mean, VS on core is what's actually winning in pubs for most ranges, so.
somebody said that like it's actually pretty good because your attacks can't uphill miss because they're melee attacks. And I was like, yeah, that actually is pretty big for the melee or for the mid matchup.
What in God's green earth is the Faceless Void going to be for then?
What, just time zone faces void?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking about like what do
Unless
you even chrono here but time zone? Yeah.
unless what he means by Axe faceless lane is faceless versus
10
Axe,
seconds remaining.
because faceless is be a
Yeah,
pick
that's
for Inno.
true. That's true. He could be Faceless versus Axe.
I still, I think Void does well against Axe, but I also feel like Axe can just destroy Void.
I've
if
been
he gets the
interpreting
pile on
it
him.
that whole time to mean pause for Faceless Void. But no, it is
No,
actually the P1 for the other side. Okay. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, no, it's not good. I mean, no, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, this is. I mean, what other pause one could they pick here? Let's see.
10
Growl is
seconds
banned.
remaining.
Monkey King banned. Medusa banned. Spectre banned.
5 seconds
My P1 knowledge is not very strong.
It didn't have much. Most of the better
Wraith
P1s
King?
right now are out. Yeah, they had Wraith King. Wraith King into Axers, so though, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you go Wraith King Spectral Blade, obviously.
There you go. I think they just needed to pick a better P1 sooner. They needed to pick a stronger P1 before so much stuff just got knocked out of the pool. I think that's the real issue there, is they just waited so long.
Ooh, Dawnbreaker mid, that's spicy.
Like, I mean, here's what they should have done, is they probably should have just, I don't think the Jug was banned first phase. They should have just banned the Ursa pick the Jug. That's really what they should have done.
Jug, I think the Jug was banned pretty early, actually.
It was first
Jug
phase?
was
Never mind
banned
then.
first
Yeah,
phase.
I think it was.
Gentleman's agreement for no Jug. It was banned first phase. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. What the hell do you pick in a game that looks like this? There's just not really that many good looking P1s that were like there. Just Radiant got to ban out so many. Dire banned out a whole lot of like good P1s as well earlier on.
You think they should have picked their one and left the mid for 23 instead of picking the sniper there? Right?
Yeah.
Would that have been
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
lot
The
better?
sniper wasn't even good when they picked it.
Because they basically saw almost every pick from the Radiant at that point anyways, so yeah.
See, I don't play P1, and I also don't know what Inno plays, so I know that any suggestion I might make is probably bad.
How about Luna? And with how this ended up shaking out, I feel like Luna's pretty scary. Hard to stop their push, but yeah, the tide and the assault. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I do think Void was one of the worst P1s to pick there.
Because my thought looking at this is like, okay, so you pick Luna, and then for the first 40 minutes of the game, you die 3 seconds into a team fight. But with the Tidehunter and the ES, probably not the case.
All right, well,
It's tough. I don't actually blame them for bungling the last pick. I just think they just shouldn't have been in this situation. They just let the after G Necro one. Not even kidding. True. I think they just let too many arrows fall into Inno here. He just got so much stuff. He plays banned out. And this is not a guy who's been playing that much Dota, mind you. This guy was one of the people that I had to look aside when he calibrated. Oh no, that's not true. He got his badge literally the day of draft. That's when Inno was calibrated. So he's not been playing that much Dota recently, to say the least.
All right, so
You're gonna be out of practice. two 5-man smokes. They are looking to not actually gank anybody. They're just doing this to see if the other team runs at them, and neither team is going to.
You
Any
wanna
notable
do,
facet
roll
picks
call
or kind of
while
stealing their
nothing-
stuff? Yeah.
You're gonna do roll call while nothing's going on here
Oh no, I only do roll call
Nah.
the game ones.
for game ones. Okay.
Yep.
Any notable facets or all kind of standard stuff?
I
What's
feel
the
like
big one? Does he have
I
a-
don't even think about checking the fastest, honestly. I feel like there's just one default.
Wait, what does the Earthshaker have? Does he have the
That's a
Echo
different
Shock
facet
one?
than normal.
Yeah,
The battle begins.
that is different. It's not the Slugger one. Right? Oh no, they moved the Slugger
They-
to the
yeah,
innate,
Yeah, to
right?
the
Yeah,
innate.
Yeah,
shit.
Slugger-
The
Slugger's
other one
innate
is
now.
ass now. The other facet is ass. It's you get a small echo whenever you hit somebody with a fissure.
I'd really
Oh,
like to.
right. Yeah.
The
I'd-
malpractice on Witch Doctor though, that's not normal. People I think normally go the paralyzing cask bounce bonus.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Might be a reaction to the Witch Doctor cast getting nerfed last patch, perhaps?
Mm,
Malpractice is normal, says chat.
And what does
Okay.
They got
Shaman
rid of the
have?
cast
Shaman-
facet. Okay, so it would be a reaction to that.
Oh, there you go.
what
I
does
really
Shaman
like
have?
to.
Does he
I'd
have
really
the-
like to thank Dota. He has the regular wards. Oh no, he has the big ward. Never
Shaman-
mind.
Shaman's a massive
Shaman has big
set
ward.
support.
Yeah, he's got big ward.
There you go.
A lot better versus the axe.
Yeah,
Speaking of Shaman, he's no health. What's going on up there?
some hijinks over the pole camp is the answer.
Oh, is that it? Did he get called and venged?
Well, there's no.
He
He doesn't
call,
even
it's
have
just
call. He
Battle
just
Hunter.
yeah.
Battle Hunter
Or I
is so
meant,
good level 1. There's.
I meant Battle. I said call. I meant Battle Hunger. Did he get Battle Hungered and like venge stunned him and auto attacked him twice or something?
Yeah, most
Yeah,
likely.
I mean,
Yeah,
putting-
it's not
putting
crazy
Battle
enough
Hunter
that
in.
I wanted to look back at it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Sniper
Axe off to a
has-
strong start already.
I'd like to point out that
Sniper has
outside
the
of
trap
that the rest of Dire has basically as many last hits as combined as Sniper does. This is not starting great for them. And with 1 right now.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
rough.
Yay.
NO has 1, the Tide Hunter has 2. The Tide Hunter is just getting beat up.
Why are you
I mean,
going
yeah,
back in to attack the Ursa? At least wait for your Fury Swipe stacks to fall off.
Oh, but they last
got
so
5.
long. Oh boy, 6.
Okay, you might have
Oh
overcommitted
my
to
gosh.
this. Nope, here comes the
Nope.
Big
Witch Doctor
Maledict.
double
Maledict.
kill. Which,
Wait, does the Maledict? Oh, the
no,
block-
nothing goes away with the Maledict.
No, I'm saying like, does the Maledict kill? But
No,
No,
this
not
level 1
really.
Maledict that doesn't actually do real damage. Just made him run
Yeah.
away.
level 2 is where you really actually can just straight up kill people almost 0 damage on the Maledict. That's why, like, if I'm playing Witch Doctor, I generally don't even bother until level 3 because it's like you kind of you're almost no kill threat with level 1.
Yeah. Yeah, in that case, I was just like a strict like dissuasion that was stop going on Krim or you will die. Look at this battle hunger. now.
Sure,
Really
yeah.
well against
Yeah,
Sniper,
I think
right?
that was just like a hey, yeah. If you dive us under tower, you die here for sure. That wasn't like lane kill. That was like my carry will not die here.
The last hit's really in favor of Radiant here.
Yeah.
Dude, how Sniper should not be losing this badly to Dawn, right? Like, no way. This seems wild to be down this bad.
I think this is a situation where it's like Chobro is not like a mid player, and Moon River, as much as they want to deny it, is at least certainly more than their
okay.
counterpart. So I think it might just be that difference. Chobro
Got
really, Chobro has been here for a few seasons now. I don't think he's played the same role 2 seasons in a row, right? Like. He came here as a 2, then he had a season as a 1, then he had a season as a 4, now he has a season as 2 again, right? Like, he's everywhere. He's on everything but P3.
What items are people planning on building here?
Nobody's showing anything interesting. I used to always do like a report at like 10-15 minutes to what people buy, but like builds are so static nowadays. Nobody's ever gotten anything interesting anymore, except Chobro, I guess.
I mean,
He builds
you
weird
say
stuff.
that, but like.
Chobro's the
say that,
only
but
exception. Shoutouts to Chobro.
Alright, typical phase boots blade mail, not going Vanguard. Which
Nope.
makes sense because massive.
Yeah, you're already winning by 35 million miles. Why would you ever think about building a defensive item right now, right?
I mean, blade mail is a defensive item if you think about it.
In a way. I mean, when you're axe, it's both. That's for sure. That was almost a really cool stun from Renee. If he did that like a second earlier.
He's just playing on a 200 ping. Don't mind him.
It's true. Yep, he has 1,000 of ping. That's something somebody said to me in Killing Floor once. Oh wait, no, it was an Invoker said that to me in Dota 2. Never mind. And the thing the guy said in Killing Floor was, "Every step I take, I lag."
Oh, the
Which was true.
Deny. That's really big.
Okay, I also like to point out there's a massive deny disparity at mid as well. 12 denies to 5. Cyber is going to get some last hits now, though, because Moon River has gotten tired of bullying the poor bastard. And it's just going to take some time to go build some creep camps here. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this. I mean, building up creep camps is always a good thing, at least in a vacuum. I think maybe just sticking around here, especially with the 2 bottle charges. I mean, you didn't know there was going to be a regen, but it does feel like maybe the play was just to stick there, keep turning the thumb screws, because now he's starting to catch up a little bit. It's not too great. It's the only lane, though, where there's any catching up going on. I mean, this safe lane, this, like, bot lane, this is like a travesty. This is 8...
I mean, this is expected for Tidehunter. This is unplayable matchup.
It's like... I don't know if it should be this bad, though. Oh, there's Guysinley in chat. Shoutouts to Guysinley. This is not the game to watch for Mega Man Gaming. True. Yeah, I don't think it should be this bad. Like, this is like a really... Like at this point, I think if you just went all in on Gush and just started spitting at the range creeps, then you would be doing better than this.
Well, maybe 2 levels in Gush. I don't think you should go all in it. Does it increase in mana cost?
No.
No, it doesn't actually. Okay.
Nope, I think the only skill that, well, the only regular skill that does that is his E.
Oh, he's dead. Maybe?
Maybe. Okay, he's definitely dead if he does that.
No, he turns around to Gush and that kills him.
Well, that's not even going to be the first blood, because then I just randomly died under tower. Let's take a look at that.
I'm gonna assume that Axe just walked at him and called him under wave. Nope, he just called him with his... run! Run! Why are you fighting?
Oh, no. Oh, he's Wait, what? Jeez.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for that range creep that got Kid Dynamite to spin a couple of times, he actually would have won that encounter, I think. Shoutouts to the range creep.
And a small camp hitting the, Axe.
That was really funny in a way. Not for him, though. I think for him, it was a little bit more like...
And Shaman is dead.
Shaman will soon follow. Renee is here to try and clean this up.
Oh,
this is so desperate!
He's got phase boots.
This is so desperate! They called everyone in the world!
He's got phase
baby.
boots. Nobody else can catch up.
Just let it go! Just let the man go. Yeah, no mana TP on the air shaker. He had enough for one fisher, and that was it. Live and learn. That's what Sonic the Hedgehog once said. Solidarity. Yeah, true.
Hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, at least Sniper's catching up.
It's true. Yeah, like I said, Sniper is able. Moon River was found in dereliction of lane, so Sniper was actually able to catch up. Everyone else, though, is just like in poverty. This big stupid watermelon. This guy is gonna have his blink dagger at like 45 minutes if he ever builds it.
As Axe, it just feels so good when you see the enemy team just like pulling the small camp for you. It's just like, oh, it's small camp's for me because the enemy team can't contest it.
Yeah.
What they do, I just call them and they die.
Well, we're gonna pull up the net worth chart, but you can see here, yeah, just tells the exact same story as the last his chart. Just those two other guys on Dire are in just like Inno's living in a cardboard box under an overpass, and poor Kyrix didn't even have that. Kyrix just has to sit on just one fold of a block. Huh? What happened? Oh, that man went 100 to 0.
I'm just guessing he just.
Oh, yep. Flopped and dropped. And cold.
And just a lot of damage on Venge too, surprisingly. The bolt just does quite a bit. The swap also does a decent amount.
Geisonly's saying your comp feels like it's so heavily reliant on sniper. God, I am in despair if I'm heavily reliant on a sniper in a game with a VS and a Dawnbreaker. I am crying myself to sleep if I have to play that.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oof, this feels rough.
Well, Ty got his phase boots just shy of 10 minutes.
I feel like if you're tied, you kind of just gotta go start hitting jungle creeps sooner rather than later. Just catch the wave whenever it comes under your tower.
Chobro is currently playing this lane like pub players play when they're about to engage.
Does he see the Venge?
No, Venge is smoked. He couldn't see him if he wanted.
Okay.
And there's a swap.
And the swap.
And there's the drop.
Sniper.
So far there have been awesome TP.
Pretty fast TP responses, but
okay. What happened to the other one?
Not fast. Oh, he just canceled.
Oh no, this is too far back. We don't know what happened to the other one. God damn it, this stupid glitch again. Oh no, everyone's stretchy. Hell yeah, I hope this never fixes itself. He just canceled it. It wasn't the cast or nothing. He was just like, not my problem. Not my problem, bro. Have fun, shaman.
Yeah, I guess he was like, there's no point since they couldn't kill the Venge or Dawnbreaker, but unfortunately that leaves shaman in the ugly position of being under tower against these two.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. Battle hunger on the.
Oh, just out of range for call.
Yeah.
If he calls there,
I'm really afraid.
Unironically dies.
He's chrono for what? I was so confident. Oh, they're just gonna pick this void and use it for times. And when I knew it was the other two. Chrono for what? Okay. They're going chrono for this, I guess. He's not even gonna die in this, is he?
He calls them and he.
Oh my gosh.
No, he's not. In fact, actually, the void's the one in danger now because of the interdiction of Moon River. Oh no, Moon River's stuck. Doesn't matter.
Backtrack too, I think, right?
If I was playing the Axe there, I think I would have just called them immediately out of Chrono, and then I think it would have just killed them both.
Oh, okay, good coconut.
Oh no, brutal.
You put the lime in the coconut, and then you get Earth shaken up.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't hear anybody laugh at that. That was the worst joke ever. Yeah, this is like this is a gong show. The Dire feels like they're falling apart a little here, and I mean, how could they not? Look at these net worth disparities.
I mean, this feels like an amazing game to just stack armor as Axe.
Yeah,
There's a single guy on the enemy team that's gonna kill you if you just stack armor.
This Axe is gonna have Blink Blade Mail at about 15 at this rate. Especially if they are able to get a tower. Problem is, these guys have no easy way to get a tower for a very long time, but if they can get like this bot T1, they can get this mid T1, then that's going to be even faster.
Are they going to catch the farming up top?
Maybe. They got the smoke on
Almost
this.
certainly. Almost.
Yeah.
Certainly. Yep.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Another Culling Blade kill
Don't-
for the Axe.
Don't let Black Joe get this hero. That's what I'm learning right now. First phase this shit every time. First phase this VS every time you play this team. Really, probably first phase VS in general right now, but like, first phase this VS span every time against this team. Don't let him do this again. Christ almighty.
Blink on Axe, I think, right?
Better be.
Yep,
Yeah, it's
it is.
coming out.
It's
Courier. Where's this courier at? There it is. Yeah, he sent it back home to get an extra clarity. So, yeah, not even 15 minutes actually as a Blank Dagger and the blade mail on the Axe. This guy is about 1 trillion miles ahead.
Battle Fury at 13 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they're just cooking, right? Like, their whole lineup is 10k at 13. Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
That lead is... Oh...
How is this not, like, over in 25? What happens here? You guys gonna throw massively and make me tut?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Probably.
Big stacks, okay.
Yeah, taking the big stacks for the big stupid watermelon, which, I mean, yeah. I mean, it'd be even better on Void, because Void is actually even poorer.
Yo, he's still...
I think the Shaman is dead. VS is going for it. Shaman is doing a great job juking.
The jukes. Realizes somebody's doing this, this camping.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The Axe and the Ursa are almost doubled up on...
Oh no, the sniper!
The sniper's dead. Yep. The blink
Yikes.
reveal kills the sniper immediately.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah,
And,
nobody's gonna be able to kill this Axe legitimately.
And then
He's gonna
the
have
Shadow
6
Shaman just raw dog drops the big ward on the support line. You'll never believe what happens next.
Dire's middle tower.
Number 6 will shock you!
17,
they don't die,
17 coated in blood stacks already. How much armor is that?
Yikes.
5.1.
Yeah.
That's a free chainmail.
Just remember
Because
that...
you get three for a chop and 1 for a kill, right? Is that the...
Yes,
Yeah, I
that's
believe
how
so,
it
yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's you get scaling amounts that level with Culling Blade and killing with the Culling Blade.
Yeah.
3x. Who cares? You pretty much get that, yeah. And Kingfisher in chat now. Yeah, this is
Jeez.
looking mighty rough.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They're beating up on this T2
Axe
bot.
says he was only looking for sniper when he got blink. I
Yeah.
mean, he got
I
him.
don't blame you. Well, what's this idiot gonna do, right? Like, why?
It folds. I mean, the sniper just folds, right? Like Axe blade mail on the sniper. This
Yeah,
like
this blade mail
is
is
just...
so good.
Radiant's top tower
Yep.
is under attack.
Skyra spammer. One thing I've noticed is you could have requested it. Is Lotus like Space Cowboy has Space Cowboy went this season from requesting every series to requesting no series. Chronosphere
Okay,
out. Void's
Chrono.
going for the easier looking
It
kill.
was just too poor. He's just too
They're
poor.
gonna get it actually. They're gonna get
Yeah.
that kill. They're
Oh.
going to get a good follow up with the
Yeah,
assassinate.
the call
But...
whiffs. This leaves Axe with the awkward position of just...
Oh no! Okay, that would have been
Oh.
awesome if Enno didn't get chopped in half, but no, it's still pretty awesome actually. 3 for 1 trade
Okay.
here.
Dire's
Yeah,
3 for
good
4
fight.
for
Great
1.
fight.
Another assassinate coming out.
That fissure was
Nope,
questionable.
it's fine.
If he hits that fissure, do they kill him? Surely they do, right?
Probably. But... Ace Cowboy is depressed, and he's a mess. But
So
yeah,
I
you
played Tide.
had the power, Kingfisher.
A Skyrax
I played
fan
Tide.
is-
Yeah. You played Tide.
I did, like, I think it was week 1 or week 2 maybe, and I actually don't ever want to play that hero again. Like, it was, like, even though we won that game, I felt so bad the whole game.
I just feel so miserable to play.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah, it felt like a great idea in the moment, but I think I hadn't played Tide in a while, and I was just like, this actually feels awful. Like, and again, we won the game. We actually won that game. Like, and I think I don't remember if you cast or not, but because it was against the Life Stealer. I played it against the Life Stealer, and somehow it didn't lose terribly, but even that, the game felt rough the whole time as Tide. I was like, I don't ever want to play this 3 again. So.
I was being told to watch the shaker, and I didn't see I was supposed to do that until it's too late.
I mean, Axe already has Shard. But yeah,
Yep.
catching somebody farming a camp as Axe is just insta death.
Oh no, I was catching somebody doing this Watcher. Blink died on Courier.
23 Code of Blood stacks.
Blink died on Courier, by the way. The Earthshaker Blink.
Oh, bummer.
No.
Bummer, dude. That Blink got toasted, dude.
Hey, at least the Tide Hunter got that plus 40 anchor smash damage.
It's true.
Mega Man, I'm gonna go queue some Venge after I get kicked off the caster for sure. For sure. Oh,
Anno's dead. Anno's dead.
Oh yep, my god, look at him die. With the...
He doesn't even...
He didn't even with the Cooling Blade, never mind.
He does it too late. Actually kills too fast. Real problem.
Well, he got like what? He got like 6 Battle Hungers there, and 3 other creeps hitting him, so...
Apparently the Lord 777 did a cool joke.
I mean, we saw the juke. Unless he's talking.
That's all I have to say about that. Dawnbreaker. Very passive game thus far on Dawnbreaker. It feels like this Dawn has mostly just been kind of hitting creeps. I've seen her interdict like 2 or 3 times in fights.
I was actually kind of surprised about that because it felt like with how far ahead she was, it felt like she should have just been kind of, you know, roaming around just bonking people and then saving from the far side. But
yeah,
you're
Radiant taking the game very steadily.
Well, Moon River taking the game very steadily. Krim is taking a T2 tower at 20 minutes as Ursa. I don't think that's steady. I think that's that's going crazy, go nuts. Maybe it's it's a crisis of confidence for the Moon River here. Does not realize they're like also as far ahead as everyone else is. Shouts to Chobro. True.
Yeah, Sniper is the only one that's even remotely close to there.
I don't know who you are, Cryzing Kappa, but true. Maybe I should know. Maybe you're one of those guys where every week you come in and I'm like, who is this guy again? That's what you get for not having the same name many places. Yeah, the Dawn was their last pick for the record, and I do think it was a good pick here. Just felt like the Dawnbreaker in and of itself doesn't solo. Do you think? Yeah.
I saw that coming as soon as he stepped that ward. I was like, he's dead here with the double blink. Like,
I don't get why. I think this Axe is underestimating the damage of his Culling Blade because he's just like not doing it sometimes.
Does he have? When do you get the plus 100 damage? Is that at 10 or is it 15?
That's right? 15 or that's 20.
That's
20.
It's
actually 20. Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
But he has level 2 Culling Blade, which is like 1 bar and a bit.
What is it? It's like 300?
375.
375. Yeah, okay.
My goat Rene could never take an L like this. Hey, no spoilers. Dynamite. We want to see the match as it unfolds.
In defense of the Axe, I will say I feel like it is sometimes hard to judge, especially against strength cores, where you're like, you know, is this enough at this level on the bar? You know what I mean?
I mean, in fairness to the Axe, here's what I'm thinking every time I do like a risky-looking Culling Blade is he's gonna wand, he's gonna stick, he's gonna wand, some dickhead is gonna hit him.
That's also true. That's true.
You know, so it's like you really don't want to like the whiff feels so bad, right? Like it feels
it's awful. It's a lot of mana for nothing. You wait for an hour and a half, and you can't. If you miss a single Culling Blade you would have had during that time, you just can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. You're like,
So-
oh, I missed that last one, and now I missed the next 3 because we actually caught the support after I missed it on the strength core, you know. And then it's like you're like, well, you're like, right? It's the same exact situation. You're like, I would rather have not used it and had it now to chop the squishy support.
In that case earlier, I wasn't thinking about a magic wand, but was thinking about hitting Q. Bad choice with the pipe on the, yeah, not much magic damage. I mean, this is magic damage, but that's not much damage. You've got the
Earthshaker does
Maledict.
a lot of magic damage. And
The
Vengeful
Earthshaker's
Fury
on his
also
team, my friend.
does. Oh, sorry. Oh, right. Right, from the Radiant side, yeah, I guess there is a lot of magic damage. Is the Nutter Swap magic or pure?
I
I
believe
think
it's
magic. No, really?
Oh, it is
Yeah, it's
magic.
magic.
Never mind.
Oh, it's magic.
That's,
Okay.
are you
All of
that
it.
concerned about 150 damage that you're going to build a fight?
No. Because Fury Swipes is pure, right?
Fury Swipe's just physical.
Oh, it's Fizz. Oh,
Yep.
weird. Okay.
It used
yeah,
to be
this
like a
fight-
very weird thing where like added onto like the existing damage. It was strange.
Which
Battle
Doctor,
Hunger, by the way, also
Fizz. Oh, Inno is caught.
Goodbye. Almost got the
that
Tidiner as a
Tides
follow-up.
Blink. They didn't see him. They didn't see him.
Nope, they didn't see him.
Yeah, they
There's no
vomited at the
chances.
right camp.
Oh no,
the right camp.
Axe's courier gets destroyed. What killed Axe's courier? Did it
Had to be
the
flew over a
from-
creep wave. Must have been. Yeah.
Apparently, Kid Dynamite and Black Joe are leaving for a scrim. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay. Creeps killed my fucking BKB.
Sad.
No.
I like how Black Joe is sponsored by Stand-In.
Shaman cast
I know his
range is
team is
actually
standard.
so much worse than I thought. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's not exactly Aether Shock.
It's something I talk about on the stream a lot. It's like Hex has a decent range. It's still not like good. Shackles is like right up in your face. Yeah, I mean even Hex's range isn't that good actually. It's like
It's only
you're
Aether Shock. Aether Shock is the only thing with good range.
you're pretty even the Aether Shock isn't that great. You're pretty much just blinking into faces to stun people as Shaman. You're not gonna like when you see it like picked and ban. I'm like it's not probably going to stop like a Bane ult or something. It's just too far. Not without blank.
That's why so many people build Aether Lens on the hero.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
that was the conclusion that I came to. Like, we picked Shadow Shaman. I hadn't played Shadow Shaman in a while, and almost immediately I was like, oh my god, I have to get a Aether Lens. Like, this is so bad. Like the ranges are just.
Are you
Yeah,
channeling?
close.
Are you channeling the spirit of Mega Man right now? Okay, this is
I'm-
nuts.
This is
You can't do that,
really
Crow.
brave.
They didn't punish, luckily. I'm shocked. This team has to be completely brain blasted. They don't even think about doing something to that.
I mean, it's maybe because the sniper isn't there. Where's the sniper?
He's right behind
Oh,
them.
there he is. Now he is here. Well, but they still don't want to go on him.
Nope.
I
The
guess
axe,
the
man.
idea.
The axe.
I guess
is good.
the idea is that they have the axe behind him and the VS, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't even.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't even kill the
impossible.
Ursa because the VS just.
If Void walks up, he dies. He gets swapped, stunned, called, like dead. Right? Like same thing.
The
with
problem
Tides.
if you can't rely on the blank ravage at this point, like you're really, you're really brain blasted if you can't do that. We have Ursa Ags, by the way.
Oh, good
Oh, oh.
Fissure actually
Yeah.
blocking him off.
They
Alright, well, that's for sure the agent. Nope.
well, it would be a good fissure, but sadly Ursa can hit that button.
Yep.
Yep.
And he's got the Axe too, so it has no fucking cooldown.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, he literally just got off Courier for the record. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Biosma, they have the VS, Like, this would be
Yeah, they
sick
have
to have
Back
a
into
VS.
tier 4, but
Blinks in aggressively.
Oh.
This is,
Oh,
not the
okay.
Chronosphere that Void wanted, that's for sure. The
And,
Dawnbreaker
yeah,
comes
no.
in, goodbye,
Oh,
This is
everybody.
no.
the thing with Dawnbreaker. Whenever Chrono happens, Dawnbreaker can just.
Big
Big
yeah,
Echo! Huge! Oh my god!
Yeah,
But backlines are dying. To Ursa.
well, backlines
Oh,
were
he
dying
just
for
found
Ursa,
out.
and then
Okay.
then backlines killed Ursa. Nobody killed
The
this
massive
funny
Serpent
shooty guy.
Ward actually putting in work.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Oh, 100 HP on that axe.
Even Moon dying here, yeah, I don't. It's still yeah, like
There's
it's
so
4 for
long
4,
line.
2 buybacks.
Yeah,
4 for
that's
4,
two
2 buybacks, 3 good.
yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, with this doesn't count buyback gold, so with the 2 buybacks, this is probably actually just even.
Yeah.
I think it was like a 3K swing. I think they were up 19 or 20. I think on the top, and now it says 16. So I think it was actually like a 3K swing, even with the buybacks. Yeah.
Let's see.
Like, see, a little bit, right? Like,
Hard to say. Either way.
I mean, yeah. Again, I don't think it matters, right?
Have either of these teams done Tormentor this entire series?
The Kyrix team
Game
did
one they
Tormentor
did,
last
right?
time, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
You're not billing Yules as Hypergreed, considering yours is not going BKB. What do you mean, you liar? Also, can the Ags make him pop out of BKB? Surely he can.
Yes.
So he has
Ags
Ags, so
makes it so he can activate it when he's stunned.
yeah. The Yules has weird rules, so
Wait, can he activate it when he should be able to activate it when he's
he should be. My brain says he should be able to. Can't Ags out? Never mind.
Okay.
What's Venge building?
But Enrage removes any existing debuffs. So
is Venge at I'm building Ag's point yet, or is it still?
Venge is that I have a solar crest yet.
Venge is poor.
Oh, okay.
Despite how ahead they are, the supports are cool.
Yeah.
Are poor.
Yeah, it is just all the cores right now.
Dude, that is actually wild. So we got Axe and Sniper are even, but then you've got Dawn and Ursa that are between the two of them almost 20k up on the. No, they are. They're easily 20k up on the Tide and the Venge, right?
That's not the Ravage
Void.
usage you want to see.
No, that's just cannot dispel Yules, by the way. Very sad. Yeah, that's just the just not what you want to have happen there. It did save his life, and that means something at least. But
surely they do something with the 2-minute period where they don't have Ravage, though, right?
haha. I mean, what are they going to do? Dire's just sitting in base. They're not going to be able to go in the next 2 minutes. They probably need Aegis to give it another try.
I mean, they could have just done the same thing that they did last time, where Ursa just hit the.
It's true. How did that go last time again? I forget.
Well, they bought back 2 heroes, and.
That's true. They bought back 2 heroes. This guy, though, he got a bunch of money. You're gonna Moon River now.
Oh, Moon River in trouble,
actually. Wow. What? No, ulti? Just like ulti out here. For sure, right?
8-second BKB is enough, and, yeah, the Dawnbreaker makes it. And now the big super watermelon is the one in trouble.
He's gonna get stopped.
We'll see.
He's gonna get coconutted. He's gonna get hit with the Maledict. He's going to lose a shockingly small amount of damage. They got the sniper in the swap, but he just gets out immediately with his shard.
Force stopped out.
Yeah, they did. That was good. And they
Axe is still chasing.
Did Witch Doctor commit Death Ward there, or no?
That was switcheroo.
Oh, switcheroo. Okay.
So that was good for the Dire. They did a very good job just getting the sniper out of hell.
Yeah, no ults used as well. Only Nether Swap, which it has a low cooldown.
Oh yeah, at this point, so you don't even care. Yeah, exactly. It's already back up. Yeah.
I mean, the Radiant didn't really commit that much to it for resources, but it was a good series of play. It has some good signs of life trademark for a more competitive game than this.
Yes, exactly.
It's always what you look for, because this is a depressing game for the Kyrix team. Make no mistake. This is the kind of game where it's like, when they're down, you gotta look for the upside, and something like that is an upside. Something like that is something they can take into a game that is not at a 16k net worth disparity.
They got it. Inno needs 15 minutes though, like 15 minutes of just hitting creeps unbothered, right? Like that's the only way they win this game.
Tidehunter is a
that
support.
feels-
Tidehunter has as much
Yeah.
as his Earthshaker, and his Earthshaker isn't exactly ballin'.
Yeah. So
This
it
guy's
feels
out.
really hard.
It kind of feels like this is the type of game where Inno should just go on the other side of the map and just start farming their jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like take
Forever.
the gate down, like farm there, because yeah, they're not going to leave this side of the map, right? They have no incentive to ever like not be right up here against the tier 3s. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
pretty
And
tough.
luckily with your sniper, you actually don't have to be like you definitely have the ability to just hang back TP when it gets bad.
But
Oh,
Roshan
never mind. They have
is
an Ursa
up.
team, so Ursa, yeah, Ursa's gonna do Ursa things.
And then once that's done, they are going to push high ground probably. And they have a banner too.
Yep.
What do you
Benji
think
is
of
now
the-
going Ags. I saw last time.
They didn't
Maybe
ward
it's a
up.
very recent addition, right?
You didn't ward up our ancients.
Yeah, Lou. I people hate on the banner. I think it's a great way to like close out some of these like stalemates, right? Where you have this like sniper high ground, right? Without the banner,
Later.
the sniper like sits there and just plinks your wave down every time. But if you
In
can,
fairness,
like, walk
Sniper's
away
a bad example because Sniper will
Sniper
plink
can
the
also
thing
just
down.
shoot at the banner, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
sure.
it's
I
more
mean,
for
but-
skill clears, for like the no Jakiro macropiring your wave or whatever.
Yeah,
Fade bolts.
sure.
Zeus.
Bad example, but you get what I mean, like, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like if you can keep the banner protected and they don't have these heroes that can just sit back and.
Speaking
Well, in this
of
game,
Sniper-
Sniper actually.
Okay.
Wait, is this a chrono? Is this a?
No,
Doesn't
no
need
chrono
it?
needed.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Going to
That
take the
was a-
Dawnbreaker for free here, which is
That
gonna
was
make this
a
uphill really awkward.
huge kill for them.
No chrono as a part of it is like insane. No Ravage though. It's kind of the downside.
They slap
And,
down
yeah.
the banner, but they have to fall back.
Yep.
There's no Moon River. There's nothing to counter the chrono. I mean, I suppose.
Yeah,
What-
there's Aegis,
what do
which
you-
naturally counters chrono by default, but
Yeah. What do you think of them just keep on pushing there? And if they do get chrono, then moving the river just buys back. And all.
that is a possibility, but
Does
it's a
he-
risk. There's not really. Excuse me. There's a risk. There's not really any good reason to take. They absolutely can wait a minute and do it again.
Fair
I mean, Ursa still has the Aegis after all. It's gonna be well up during that time.
Smoke from Dire. Though.
This is pretty bad though. They're gonna
Big
lose
Chrono.
the two
That
supports.
is
Okay.
huge. Inno finally getting a good play here.
Yeah, these things
Oh,
can
and the axe
happen,
gets
and
caught
yeah.
as well. Whoa, jeez.
So-
Wow.
Okay.
All that being
That
done,
was like a 8K net worth swing in the span of like a minute and a half, I think.
between the Dawnbreaker dying, all those other things happening, yeah, that's 4 for 0.
Yeah, that is crazy. Crazy for a team that's so behind.
Yeah.
Sniper actually has more net worth than anybody except for the Ursa now.
Yep.
Sniper has more net worth, except for the enemy, except for the enemy pause 1. Not that inspiring of a sentence, but I get the sentiment. They are climbing back.
Is under attack.
I would say I think this game goes on for ages and ages, unless VS starts to build core, which she does not look like she has any intention of doing right now. I do think.
So she had the-
She definitely can. She has the facet to do it.
Mhm.
She
She's
had
not.
the axe queued up, but she switched it to the
Radiant's middle
Vlads.
tower
Krim did in fact ward up their outer ancient camp over here. Guess the issue with that is that even though you do have the vision on it, if you all suddenly go off the map, I think Void's still gonna get the heebie-jeebies.
Why does Sniper have that neutral?
The
The,
what was that? Whispers of the Dread. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
what a good
Surely
question.
there's
That
Surely
actually
there's a
is-
better tier 3 option that he got, right?
Yeah, that feels awkward.
At that point, just go Dormant Curio again. Like,
Wait, hold on? Does he have the shrapnel facet? Is that why he took it?
yes, he does have the Shrapnel facet, so
That can't be better. There's no way that that's better than like
Radiant
a
are
shiv,
scanning.
right? Or like anything else. Such a small part of your damage, right? There's no way that shrapnel is like making up that much damage versus just
Like I
auto
said, just-
attacks.
just go Dormant Curio again. Like,
They're
if
looking
you
for
don't have
Void.
another
Void
option.
ain't here. Void is here.
Yep. Well, I guess we'll see what Sniper gets as his tier 4 item.
They want to see the void so bad. They're gonna do Tormentor.
Look at the speaking of tier 4s, look at the void's tier 4.
What? I guess it makes something like sense. It, you know, just being able to drop the jump scare chrono on you a little bit better. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Chrono with that?
Good question.
Hover
I don't think that affects the circle. Could be wrong, but it's a pretty big cast range. Plus 100 flat cast range, you know. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, it's plus 200. It's plus 200 cast range actually, because he's got the trait for it too. He's got the right adjective.
Yeah.
So tier 4 is Whisper of the Dread again.
Farther away.
He kept the Whispers of Dread.
Maybe he knows something you don't.
Oh,
goodbye.
This guy's crazy.
Yep.
I would get it if he was playing like Pause 4 Sniper, but he's not.
And they're going to go. Okay, this isn't
Wow,
working.
Axe is still sitting on his poor man's shield.
This is a very optimistic
Okay,
Ravage, I
VS
must
dies.
say. No, VS doesn't die. Nobody on the die was actually ready for
VS
that.
does not die.
Everybody was so ready to not respond to that go. The only person who's really coming out that committed to it. Neutral creep killed Witch Doctor! No, baby! Oh, you hate to see it.
Though.
Krem, I think, might be wasting his time a little bit here. Dawnbreaker gonna come in. Four people got that ult.
Oh, Whoa,
The biggest Dawnbreaker ult that didn't actually save the person that she was ulting in to save. And now, actually... Oh no!
I feel like she
Never mind. Now Ursa's gonna die.
Ow.
Bro, this is the reason why this game lasts so long.
Yeah.
That's a 7,000 net worth swing there. If that happens again, Dai are going to have the advantage.
That's more than a 7,000 net worth swing, because that's not counting the 2 support deaths.
Oh, you're right, yeah. So that happens again, it is definitely going to give Dyer the advantage. That is a little rough and rotten there, to say the least.
Bottom tower is under attack.
You know, working on this T1 bot because this team only took 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh man, that is
mean,
rotten.
I think I said 10 minutes ago, right? This is like Inno has to disappear and just farm for 15 minutes straight, right? If they have any shot of this.
Yeah.
So.
Yo, it's Dyer's first tower in
Since
20
Lane.
minutes.
Since Lane.
That's gotta be, yeah. Did they get a
it's
lane
been a
tower? They
got mid.
Yeah, they got mid T1. That was the only one they
When
got.
though? Because the Dawn won. Like, did they still? When did they get that? Yeah.
This game ends really soon. No
Remember that
way.
you gotta skip back once after you skip forward.
No way.
Spectator.
Okay, no. Oh, thank God. I thought they were like about to come back, and then Kyrix just exploded. Oh my God. That would have been tragic. Apparently, that team has small bladders. No, Renee, no! You're on cast, Renee. You can't go. You can't do that. Oh no, my disc usage. It has to happen at least once every stream. I don't know what the hell that just did.
Sigma moment.
Why does my disc usage spike when they pause? That doesn't make any sense.
Sigma.
That's not the game saying that. Holy goddamn, okay. And yep, now we get to see Puppet Dota. There we go. Okay, well, after the longest pause ever in human history, back to it. There are actually some concerning signs. Ursa's one item short of done at this point. when he gets that Ag's Blessing, he's got one item to go. Then he's just got like small things like the blink upgrades, what have you.
Anyway, so he gets Ag's Blessing, Satanic. Oh
wow.
boy, chunked.
Big
okay, Chrono, Ravage. Ooh, a little awkward.
Ravage.
Awkward because it was Chrono into Ravage.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh, maybe it's stream side.
No, it was like
Ravage was on top of the.
It was.
Chrono.
It was. A Ravage was on top of the Chrono, and then the Tide walked into the Chrono, so he couldn't do the second one. He refreshed, and he couldn't do the second one until he was out of it.
Ooh, big echo.
And it was a big echo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just enough.
Unfortunately missed the fight because my internet was being ass.
That's probably my Discord, actually.
I think it's Discord, yeah. I think it's Discord.
Oh.
When my disk usage spikes, Discord dies. I don't know why that happens. What a miserable time to be the Dire.
Yeah. Yep. Earthshaker with the most dude, Inno. Look at Inno's damage in that fight.
Yeah, it's like nothing. This guy is
that's
still
brutal.
He's got his SNY, he's got his Mjolnir, he's got his Eye of Scotty. He doesn't have that much more to get.
Shadow
He still
Shaman
has
did more.
nothing.
Oh no. Even in the Chrono? What?
Well, yeah, the Chrono isn't actually good.
The Dawn. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, he had 2 heroes in a Chrono and he couldn't do more than 1,000 damage, and then I guess the Dawn getting dropped on top, and yeah,
just
this
reverse
has
the whole
gotta be
thing.
it, right? Like, surely they just.
So 1 lane of Rack's taken. Can they take any more?
I was told to do this.
I mean, no ults on anybody in Dire, so like surely they can.
Oh no, this is not when the actual fight is happening. Never mind, everyone on Radiant's walking away. Going to presumably just go get one more Aegis to put it out. Ursa can enrage inside Chrono with eggs. It just makes too much sense.
I think they're scared of the high ground throw. Yeah, I'm watching the stream.
Yeah. Oh no, everyone distracted Roche, so he has to wait 10 minutes for him to waddle back in here. There we go. Sniper got a butterfly for this fight.
What sucks with Roche is starting Roche and then having to flip over to
Sit
day
there.
and night. And then you have to just waddle with it all the way until the other end. They're gonna smoke to try to do this fight. This looks to be the last fight of the match.
All right, we're supposed to watch. We're supposed to watch this guy.
Axe gonna get a big call here for sure.
That's a
right?
huge Ravage.
So, big Ravage.
Big blink, misses all.
And then the axe blinks up the high ground, kills the sniper immediately. Faces void.
Here's my big snake. It's inside the empty Roche pit. Chrono on
Chrono.
1.
Ursa.
Ursa hits R, and now it's
dead.
dink,
No,
dink, dink, dink.
He must have got the axe because the axe was up there too. I think at this point, right? Like he had blinked up there.
Axe killed the sniper. Yeah.
The big stupid ward got the Aegis. Renee, not Renee.
Hey.
Oh no! Oh no! He's fumble fucking around. Eat the refresher. Where are you going?
He has no.
You can't be serious! Oh my god. The second you realize you didn't have Aegis, you should have eaten that refresher shard. Just popped another snake down. Picked up Aegis. Oh no, baby. Oh no. Oh.
I picked up the wrong thing.
I picked up the wrong thing.
Yeah, he didn't. He, apparently.
What a disastrous fight.
Yeah, apparently he didn't realize it took so long. You get a sound when you do that. Do you play Dota with your audio off? Like.
That was brutal, Mega Man.
Yo, huge echo.
Kyrix calls the G's and we're going home. There's no sound for an Aegis pickup. Yes, there is. You ancestors.
All say.
Doing it with ransoms. So.
Your hero says, "I am immortal now," and you get a little scrolling pop-up that says you have the Aegis. Do you play with hero lines off? My guy plays with hero voice lines off. Well, if you have voice lines on, that never would have happened to you. You would have realized immediately.
It reminds me of a pub match I was doing where I was playing Legion, and I blinked into Roche and stole the Aegis because the other person that was in Roche ended up picking up the banner instead of
Nice.
Aegis.
Hate that. Maybe there is a downside to Roche dropping 19 items on the ground when he dies. If I'm a cynic, I feel like that might be deliberately designed to do that.
Maybe.
Oh well.
Well, anything else you gotta say about this game before we look at the graphs?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll do the outro again, and then we'll look at the graphs. Yeah, I don't know. This was just a gong show whole way through. It just looked bad. Um,
Axe
the
with 15 kills, Kyrix
yeah,
with 0.
yeah, they just had they they had a lot of cards placed in their mouth in this draft. They didn't. They
Yeah.
just. I think they just lost to some big phase. To be honest with you, I think
The
that's
draft
really
was
where it's
just
at.
awful.
Draft was just not good. Just like
Yeah, it felt like two losing lanes in draft,
yeah.
right? Like it felt like the mid was maybe winnable, but then it just did not. It much did not.
Yeah, and I mean, you can come back from that. Like 3 lanes lost, that's pretty tough. 2 lanes lost, you can come back from that, especially if the guy who is like coming back is Sniper, and Sniper didn't really like lose his lane. I would say he like pretty much stalemated it. Um, he was doing bad at first, but Moon River gave him a lot of time. That's something to definitely watch on this team in the future. Is like Moon River definitely played this game too passively. Like ceding the lane to Sniper when you were like far ahead of him, and you could tell because you had a level advantage, was rough. Like at mid game point where the Dawnbreaker was like walking around beating up creep camps and like only ulting into like really good looking fights is definitely it was overly conservative play on the part of the
Yeah,
Dawnbreaker. I think more energetic Dawnbreaker gameplay, and this is like a 20-minute game, right? Like this is
yeah.
fast.
I think I mentioned that around like minute 30, right? About like how strong the Dawn start was. That she wasn't like being more active and pushing and trying to then jump to the opposite side. And I think that's the exact point that like we talked about in the game was like with that strong start, right? She was so far ahead early. Like if you look at the player graph, I bet she's like 1 to 2K up on the Sniper at 10
Oh,
minutes.
sadly, only
Easy.
Twitch people get to see that.
Can we
Well,
also mention that
too
Ursa
bad.
also went to Magnificus Opus, or whatever it's called?
Yeah, a lot of
So
people seem to be building that. I noticed some other people that looked weird buying it. Maybe it's just because it looks good. It's trendy. Maybe it's just
does
because
it
most of
work?
the T4 items are like weird and gimmicky.
Does it work with the overpower jump? Does it like increase the jump distance?
No, like
Ah,
no.
okay. Well
I
then,
mean, I'm
the
pretty sure
attack
no.
range is it? I guess like they
Like,
want it for
yeah,
the.
it's for the attack range. You can blink in and attack people easier, I guess.
I
But like the moment
guess.
you get tickled by anybody, it goes away. So I don't
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
get what the point is.
yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I don't think there's too much more to analyze in this. It's just like it's a lot
Axe
rarer.
getting
It's a lot rarer than it used to be to see a game won or lost in draft, right? Like it feels like
yeah.
since I started in LD2L, it used to be like back in season 12, season 13, there were games where you could pick a losing lineup. You could play like your ass off and then you could still lose. Like it was really bad. But just the more functions and features they added to Dota over the years, they smoothed out a lot of those cracks. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of axe shards, a lot of traits, a lot of facets, a lot of innates even, are things that smooth over weaknesses rather than necessarily provide strength. Things that make what would be otherwise an unplayable game playable. Um, Thus, as a result, it feels like as time has gone on, like draft has just become a lot less volatile, right? You can have a draft that's beans and you can still ball, right? But you will once in a while you will see a stinker that is so bad that you reach that level. This is one of them. I mean, we even got to see a nice example of the thing I always complain about when you have the Tide and the Faceless Void, where the Tide and the Faceless Void were like they have the same function, but they don't really add to what the other does. If you get it's not like you get a good Ravage and thus the Chrono will be awesome, or vice versa. The best you possibly can have is if you can time it extremely well, and the enemy team doesn't have anything to do about it, then you can follow up like a 5-man Chronosphere with a really big Ravage. That's like all you got. It doesn't really help itself.
That's a really good point.
It's a combo that's not really additive. I think the Tidehunter and the Earthshaker, they did enough of a good job. Frankly, I would have just rather had Chronos, the Chronos here. I would have just rather had Time Zone, even though it's not like very good. I think you get like a big Ravage on top of a Time Zone and like the Earthshaker follow up. It does a lot. You can get a lot done. Compared to this, where it was just awkward to execute. It's so hard to make the Void and Tidehunter combo work. I think it's one of those things. There's not many of those combos that I say usually that it's like this is too much for an LD2L team, but I think making the Void Tide combo work is something you're really going to need either like really really long-term friends who know each other and how they play and the timings of everything really well, or you're going to need pro players for it. I don't think you can run a comp that looks like this in LD2L and like have it work.
I think this is really different from what we cast last week with the Silencer Tide, where that one feels really a lot easier to do to execute, right? Like Silencer doesn't have to be anywhere close to the fight. He can see in the fountain, presses R, Tide blinks in, Ravage, boom,
Right. Or in that case, he sits in the fountain, the Ravage happens, and he hits R when it's done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not additive in any real way. Mars has that problem a lot when it comes to like combos. Is like when you have like the Tidehunter and the Mars, as rare as that combination is, I have seen it a few times. It's like, is this really adding anything to the Mars to what he offers? It's not like the Ravage does that much damage. It's not like it's a big AoE damage spell per se. It's mostly stun, right? Like I don't know. Either way, yeah. Draft failure, the execution in some ways was neat. There were a couple of good Chronos, a couple of good Echo Slams. There were some clever plays by the Kyrix team, and they didn't just roll over and die. They did have a near comeback at least, but I think that tie pick in particular is just such an anchor around their neck. I think there is some bad optimization choices this game again, like the pipe when there is no magic damage. What are you doing, homie? I don't know. I don't think there's anything more to add than that.
Yep.
If you were somebody you know want to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, yada yada yada, I already said this back in Game 1 actually. Somebody's going to skip it this time. Thanks to everybody who showed up on Twitch. We are not done yet. For those of you on Twitch, we're going to be doing another series next, so stick around for that one. And if you leave, I'll get really sad. And we will come at you, well, for Twitch people, right now with that. For YouTube people, right after this in the playlist. See you there.